Hello, Virginia Beach. As backstage, you all sound really fine. Albany, eat your heart out. It is great to be here at Green Run, home of the Great Stallions. Let me tell you, are we proud to welcome our president back to Virginia Beach? Y'all may remember when I was governor. I tell you, I thought Richmond was crazy sometimes. But I tell you, working in Washington, you ain't seen anything. We all know that Congress is broken. We all know elections have consequences. We all know that there is a crowd up there that simply wants to say no. We do not want to say no. We want to move this country forward. And we're once again an incredibly important election. And it is going to be our job to make sure that we don't let the other side rewrite history. It's going to be our job to make sure that we don't let people get caught up with catchy sound bites or slogans. It's going to be our job to make sure that we talk to every Virginia voter we can for the next 4 months. Are you with me on that? It's going to be our job to make sure that our voices are not drowned out with the hundreds of millions of dollars of secret money coming through on super PACs. Because we do remember what this president inherited back in 2008. We do remember an economy that had lost 8 million jobs. And we know what President Obama has done to get us back on the right track, don't we? This economy's created 4.4 million new private sector jobs. And we've got farther to go, but we are on the road back. Under this president, we have recognized that the battle that we face, the challenges we face, really are more about the future versus the past. Not red versus blue, the left versus right. He understands that we've got to get this economy going again, and the middle class out. He understands that the choice that we face every day in Washington is whether we're going to make critical investments in education, in infrastructure, and R&D, or whether we're going to turn our back on that future. We want to move forward. This president recognizes and believes that we've got to make sure that we invest in manufacturing so that we can build things in America again. This president, there's a lot of young people here. There's a few young people here. This president 4 years ago said that he would remember, and you turned out record numbers. And he has honored that commitment by investments in our community colleges and Pell Grants and making sure college is more accessible and affordable. And we here in Hampton Roads have much to be proud of. One of the things we are the most proud of, particularly here in Virginia Beach, is that we are the home of our great Navy SEALs. This president, as our commander-in-chief, has led with distinction. And most importantly, this president has recognized that after you finish your service, that we cannot forget our veterans and their families. So the last thing we can do is turn back the clock now. We cannot let the other side rewrite history. You know, 4 years ago, I happened to be 1 and 2 at that point. Got hired, you all were kind enough to hire me. But we all remember that moment, as the earlier gentleman said, when Virginia was called and Barack Obama was declared President of the United States. My fellow Virginians, the eyes of the nation are going to be on us again. Which direction Virginia goes is which direction our nation goes. Will you do your part to make sure that we send Remember this, in 2008, we changed the guard. In 2012, we guard the change. In 2008, we changed the guard. In 2012, we guard the change.
This production has been brought to you by Image Entertainment in partnership with New Journal and Guide. Subscribe today.